Skål!
Skål!
Skål! Hello everyone, my name is Oscar and I'm one of the hosts of the West Coast Playground Festival 2024 and I'm acting through Alternativ Aktivitet and myself as a parkour athlete. With me today I'm going to talk through a lot of the setup, the schedule and what we have to wait from the one and only Hannes Larsson.
Hi everyone.
Hannes, how do you feel? How are you?
I'm great. Now I'm here at our gym and we're getting ready for training and life's great. Training a lot. Yeah.
That sounds good. What do you do on your days except training?
Except training. I work in a supermarket at my father's business, let's say. And yeah, that's what I'm doing when I'm not in the gym, trying new tricks.
I've known Hannes for quite a while. We're from the same little village outside of Uddevalla, and let's say parkour is working its way up through generations now. And my inspirations was David Bell, it was Ryan Doyle, Damian Walters, those old guys. And they got me going into parkour through YouTube. And as Hannes grew up, he actually has told me that I was his inspiration for a while.
Yep.
You can tell more about it later, but self-flattering a little bit. Anyways, he has made his way very long and much longer than I ever was during my career. And the last 2 years he has been inspiring me back, and now we are creating a big event where Hannes is going to inspire even younger ones from 10 years and up.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited to have Hannes on the team and also being part of the West Coast Playground Festival all together. So let's talk a little bit about what you have done and where you're from in the parkour community. I mean, most of you maybe know Hannes because he's a very likable person and he shows up at many competitions and gatherings, comments on a lot of people. He has a big hand in the community, so to say. But what would you say what started your parkour journey? We can start there.
How I started my parkour journey, it was actually up here. I was looking down when my sister trained gymnastics, and I thought that was really cool, but it was some guys, and one of them was Oscar here, who trained on the side and was doing kind of the same stuff, but it looked way more fun to me. So I signed up for a class, and I've been in love with this since. So
how old were you when you saw this?
8 years old.
8 years old. I started when I was 16.
Yep.
That's cool.
And then we have just been growing it up. Like I've been training here for 11 years now.
Yeah.
And after I started training here, I started going to events around Sweden. Like some of you may have seen Nordstrand Takeover, Airwhip Challenge, etc. And starting getting to know more people like Illis Torhall, Kevin Franzen and Larsson. And we started going as a group to different events around Sweden and around Europe. And yeah.
And then you ended up with a Swedish championship. And you've also been on the FIGS World Cup, doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been crazy to see. Like I started taking competitions a lot more seriously this past 3 years, and it was really fun to get competitions like you said, Swedish championships, and also participating and getting 2 top 5 placements in the World Cup. That's been really big for me.
That's sick.
Thanks, bro.
And you have a long way to go. I mean, you're 20 years old, you have had an injury for 1 year, so you have a lot holding your back right now.
Yes.
So this year maybe we're gonna see something new.
You will, for sure,
maybe.
for sure. I've been so excited to come back to the game. I've missed it every day, and to compete again, and also in Sweden, kind of my home crowd, let's say.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it will be crazy. I'm so excited for it.
So nice. Okay, we're going into some details of the festival, and starting off the week of 28, we're going to be at the west coast of Sweden, obviously, and we have a parkour camp for kids between 11 to 16 years old. It will be parkour and trampoline, so we will have a parkour setup, trampoline parks, airbags, a lot of fun stuff to do, and also some of the best coaches and some of the best athletes in the world to teach these kids how to tackle the world of parkour and movement. And so we have Hannes, we also have Elis and Miranda from Sweden who will be inspirational coaches. What are your thoughts about the camp for the youths, and let's say, how would you react to a camp like that if you were 12 years old?
Yeah, so the parkour camp I think is so great. Like for young athletes to see their inspirations, training besides them, helping them learn new stuff, I think it's really big. And when I was 11 years old, I was at the Air Whip youth camp, and I saw guys like Pasha Petkuns, I saw Star or DK. That was so crazy, and that made my motivation go up so much. It was one of the biggest things for the start of my career.
So would you recommend a young parkour athlete to go to this camp?
For sure. I would really recommend everyone that trains parkour to go to the parkour camp, because it will be sick.
At the spot at Tjörnbro Arena, there will be possibility for families to also live and sleep on the campsite if you want to go your whole family to the place and hang around. So it's a really nice place to hang around, so to say. Moving on into the week, we move over to kind of expo and parkour jam at the same time. So the expo will be with a lot of playground developers and trampoline developers, parkour obstacle developers and stuff like that, together with a huge setup for parkour athletes to train together. Yeah, that's basically a jam. But how would you describe a jam for someone who doesn't know?
A jam is an event where people from all around the world come together with the same passion. They maybe speak different languages, but they speak the same language in the form of sport. So we train together, we inspire each other to try new stuff. For example, I see some guy having a different style of doing a trick. I try his style, and we grow together, let's say. So
that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's crazy. I love jams because you get so much from it. When you're people from all around the world and you're training together, it's one of the biggest things in the sport.
Yeah, for sure. When I was doing parkour in the beginning, the only place we could get in touch with other parkour athletes was through YouTube and the internet, because it was so limited on the base location, because it was so few doing parkour. So I had to go to Stockholm, I had to go to Malmö and overseas to Netherlands and so on, just to meet other people who did parkour. So jams is a great deal of parkour, and it's also a strong foundation for the community to hang around.
For sure.
So on the jam, of course, we're not only going to have parkour, it's going to be inflatable obstacles, airbags, it's going to be a pool where you can jump in and have fun, and also it's by the sea, so we can be in the sea as well. I think it's going to be a great time. Festival feeling, outdoors, good food, maybe a bar for the older ones, maybe. Yeah. And so on. Great, and topping the jam off, we're gonna have a competition. Or on the jams, we're actually gonna have speed challenge and skill challenge and chase tag competitions. So there will be a lot of happenings during the jam. And if you have access to the jam, you're gonna have everything included, of course. But then topping it off on the Saturday, the 13th of July, we have an international youth and pro competition for the best athletes in the world, basically. Yeah.
So sick.
That's so sick. And you're gonna be part of it.
I'm gonna be a part of it.
Will it be your comeback competition?
It seems like that. It seems like it will be one of my comeback competitions. I might do one before, but it will be one of my first competitions coming back from this injury.
So if we start with the youth competition, since you have experience from the Air Whip Youth Challenge, give me your thoughts about youth competitions in parkour, and since we haven't seen an international youth competition since Air Whip 5 or 6 years ago, what do you think about this?
I think the youth competitions is a really great thing for athletes, like you may have seen. Ellis Torhall, Kevin Franzen was two of them competing in the Youth Air Whip Challenge, and if you're a parkour athlete who would like to compete in the future, I think that is one of the biggest things, because you see all your idols training, competing, and then it's your turn. You're competing in front of your idols, the guys you've been watching on YouTube. That's so inspiring, and for me that was a really great thing. I got so motivated coming back from Air Whip every time. It was one of the biggest things for 12-year-old Hannes.
For sure, that's big. All right, and moving on to the pro competition, we already have eight athletes done. It's Hannes, it's Elis, it's Miranda, it's Lilo Ruel from France, it's Shea and Aiden Rudolph from the USA, Ed Scott from the UK, and also we have one more.
Joachim Mimis Theodoridis.
Mimis from Greece. I didn't forget you. That's done. That's 8 great athletes. They are so amazing. So go check them out if you want to see the quality of the competition that we're going to have. And we have 10 more spots, 4 for the women and 6 for men. So make sure that you check out how to send in your submission for the competition. We will take that in another video. Right now it's about Hannes the athlete.
Yep.
Okay, so except from the competition is going to be pretty big, we have a big amount of prize money and special prizes. It's going to be followed by a gala dinner, or ending of the festival kind of party for all the athletes, all the people who has been contributing to the event, all the families that want to join in and see who gets the awards and that kind of stuff. Ending with a big party, of course. I'm super excited about this event, as you might see. I haven't been able to dream to create an event like this when I started parkour. So this is beyond my dreams, and it's actually a big inspiring, and thanks to Hannes, who helps me a lot with the community and what the community wants right now, and how we build up things. So Hannes, before we end the interview, I would like to hear your thoughts, your overall thoughts about the events, what you're most excited about, and if 12-year-old Hannes was watching this, or 19-year-old professional Hannes was watching this, what would you say to them?
I think this event will be one of the biggest in the world. It will be a great thing for athletes who want to compete, who want to watch competition, who just want to jam. I think this will be a great event for the parkour community. And if 12-year-old Hannes saw me competing 30 minutes from my hometown, I would never see that happening. That would be one of the biggest dreams of my life. And for me, I think the biggest thing will be competing in front of my family and seeing all my friends there, and being a part and also watching all the other competitors throw down. I think that will be a really big thing.
Thank you, Hannes. I think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah,
so hyped.
For sure.
Yeah, but now I've been standing here for quite a while. My legs are itching from the caffeine.
Me too.
And as usual, we have to do some session.
Yo.
Every time you do a little bit of work and then you sesh, right?
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Let's go.